What is up, guys? It's been a long time coming. I'll give a formal update in a future video, but today I wanted to share something special with you. It's something I've been working on for quite a while. It's my official top 20 Halo 5 Pros countdown video. We're going to be looking at the entire Halo 5 roster from 2016 to 2018, and I'm going to be picking out who I thought were the star players, the players that really stood out and deserved recognition for everything they did when Halo 5 was still in the spotlight. Before anything starts, my criteria for ranking these players are as follows. 1. World Championship titles. I'd say that's pretty much a given. It's the most important tournament of the year. 2 is general LAN victories. 3, I'm having individual skill, which of course is going to be more opinion based. And lastly, I'm going to be weighing the later seasons higher than the earlier ones. This is for a few reasons which I'm sure many players would agree on. For the beginning stages of Halo 5, much of the settings focused on crouch-heavy gameplay due to radar, and gunplay was really watered down with the automatic weapons that were just overflowing everything. It wasn't really until the final year of Halo 5 where we truly got to see the game in its full, unleashed potential. Even then, it's a general consensus amongst the community that the final year of a game sees the greatest level of competition. I'm also only going to be counting 2016 to 2018. I understand there were a few more online events that occurred for Halo 5, but I feel like the overall pressure and importance in the spotlight wasn't quite the same. Therefore, I don't think these later years should be factored in. This was by far the most time I've ever put into a video, so by no means am I taking these rankings lightly. But please, by all means, let me see your own list down below. I think it's inexcusable not to have Shooter on a top 20 list for Halo 5. He is probably one of the most overlooked players, but there is an undeniable quality that this guy brings to a team, and you can see this across all 3 years of Halo 5. Shooter has been part of many great Halo 5 teams, these including the infamous E6, which really gave CLG the closest competition it had at a point. He was also part of the first iteration of Splice, which of course went on to win a championship against Optic. And by 2018, he was on Trifecta, which I feel really allowed Shooter to flourish and show who he is as a player, pulling off some of the greatest upsets that fans have ever seen.
All the energy they had on that win. We'll have to see if that's the case. Great double there for Shooter.
Making a triple for Shooter. That's going to open up the map. He's got the last player in front of him as well. Saiyan has no idea, and that's an overkill to start off the series for Shooter.
To me, he's only improved with time and definitely deserves a spot on this list. Trippy is just incredible. I'd put some of his sniper plays as some of the best in the game, period. He had a slow start to Halo 5, battling his way through the relegation system alongside Saiyan, but he eventually found his form in 2018 where he became a part of 2 incredibly strong teams of Team Envious and Team Reciprocity. I think the greatest quality that Trippy brings to a team is just having that ability to take over a game.
And there we have it. I think unless something happens now, they get a stop for a second. Double kill. Can we see it? Oh, what is going on? They stopped it at 99.
The room is actually shaking. People are going nuts here.
They're going double kill, Trippy. Watch for the man behind you. Is he a ninja? Holy crap. Oh my God, Trippy. He gets the stop, but everything's still on the line. 1 point is so fragile. He's so fragile.
I think if he surrounds himself with the correct players for him to keep that up, he's gonna win in Infinite. There's no question about it. Personally, one of my favorite players to root for, Spartan really knows how to get the crowd going. He showed gleaming success in the earlier stages of Halo 5, especially on his Team Liquid roster, where in the fall 2016 finals against Straight Rippin', he went on one of the most incredible sniper sprees I've ever seen.
Has amazing flank at the moment. Nice body shot on Ace. Leaves it up for the killing frenzy. Spartan the dog going clutch in this game number 7.
All they need to do is stay alive, and Team Liquid will be advancing.
Oh my God! Hitting that falling shot on Ace.
Spartan later found more success on his Team Reciprocity roster, where he was sort of like a main slayer on the team. In the end, Spartan's aggression was always his best quality. He had a unique ability to overwhelm the other enemy team, and I'm very excited to see what he can do in Halo Infinite. At number 17, I'm going to be having Neptune. While some of you may think that's a little high, given his placings, I think it's honestly the absolute minimum he deserves. I think it's one of the crime shames of Halo 5 of just how little we actually got to see Neptune play. By the end of 2018, I honestly would put him right up there with players like Shotzzy, Frosty, and Renegade. He was one of the few players to really emerge in that season to truly make an impact, and saw an incline of success as the competition grew even tougher.
And it's the flag bearer who is the one doing the damage. He drops the flag, obviously he'll know in his mind somebody's on respawn. Look at that grenade, that's amazing! He throws the flag, tells his teammate to pick it up off spawn, goes in with a grenade, gets the kill, his teammate's behind him. This should surely be a cap.
Yes, should. And I like how slow Neptune is playing this. He decides to flank under the base. Looks like Neptune does get the kill on Noble, gets the kill on Drip, sits on the recovery, and that's going to be a triple kill, the recovery, and game number 1 going to Renegade.
His Renegade's roster at the end of 2018 consistently gave Tox a run for their money, and I really do believe that this was due to how Neptune played. I always said if Splyce had a 5th member for some reason, it would be Neptune. His movement really was that on point, and his decision-making ability was also so impressive given how little experience he's had as a player. Again, what hurts Neptune in the end is just his lack of actual placements. As for Neptune's future, he actually went on to play Call of Duty, where he found immediate success and is now teaming with Crimsix, Clayster, and Hydra on NYSL heading into the new season. Rain is an absolute beast. Literally some of the greatest under pressure executions I've ever seen have come from this man, which is both one of the rarest and greatest qualities you can have in a player. He found immediate success at the beginning of Halo 5, seemingly emerging out of nowhere alongside a Penguin, placing 5th, 8th at the HWC 2016, and later would come to form a monster Team Liquid team, which consistently kept Team Envious from reaching the finals until HWC 2017. I really think that this version of Rain on Team Liquid was unmatched. He just pulled off some of the most insane individual plays ever.
On the other side, Renegade taking down Sub-Zero. He'll fall along with Shooter. Oh! What a disgusting play from Rain. Rockets coming up in 1 second. They are up in Rain with another headshot. Are you serious? Double kill for Rain.
By 2018, he wasn't placing as well as he was previously, but he still kept up his insane individual performances. Really can't say enough, Rain is just a beast. Another player I really enjoy watching. I will stand by my statement from a previous video that Saiyan, or Lucid as he goes by now, was one of the most consistent players in the game. He rarely had any off games and really saw an inclined success after his debut through Halo 5 alongside Trippy. I thought as a player he really embodied the foundation of LG, and while that team didn't see a lot of success, I think it allowed him to grow a lot and sort of propel him into being a much stronger leader emerging into 2018.
Straight ripping and Saiyan's in a prime position to use that sniper rifle. Takes down Destroy. 3 players pushing into the base. That's a double kill. Another player spawns by the cave. Make that a triple. He's looking for the over. The player's going up to Top Rock. Takes him down for the overkill.
Like others, Saiyan has only been getting better and better. I really think it's only a matter of time before he's on top. Without a doubt, the best Halo 5 player to never win. It's gotta be Penguin. Since the very beginning of 2016, he has been an absolute powerhouse on any team he joins. Look at any team he's been on through the duration of Halo 5, and you can't tell me he wasn't at least top 2 on that team.
Well, I bet he's going to pick up this kill. Yes, he does.
How are you going to challenge this guy when he has all these weapons in his hand?
You know, he picks up the double kill here, going to pick up a reload as well. Can you turn it into 3? Player doesn't jump out, but it doesn't matter because Penguin takes down Ray. 3 fall to Penguin, and Reciprocity are rolling right now.
If someone get this guy some ammo, he used every single bit he had in that scatter and that rail. He's going to stay here as well for the killing spree.
The one thing that really kills him is just not having that one win. But when this guy got on a roll, there was absolutely no stopping him. He was easily one of the best slayers consistently throughout all 3 years of Halo 5, and that's such an impressive feat to have on its own. I think there's no doubt that Bubudubu's storyline through Halo 5 brought entertainment that really went unmatched. Emerging as one of the best, if not best, rookies from 2016, enduring the whole E6 fiasco with Kratos, and eventually finding his way to a very huge win against Optic. I think what sets Bubudubu apart from others is just his individual prowess. He has a very unique intelligence to the game that I feel like very few players have. You saw it multiple times early in 2016, which was just so impressive for how young he was at the time.
Even though he's a new young gun, he thought out the entire strategic play there to leave bottom mid, go for camo. Very good strategy. These players have no clue what's going on right now. This is a veteran play right here out of a young gun. Wow. Incredible double kill by Bubudubu.
So I really think that sort of uniqueness that he has to understanding the game on a deeper level, combined with all his other attributes, just makes for a monster player. And that's why he knows how to win. He just needs to surround himself with the right players, and he absolutely can be on a #1 team. Without a doubt, Pistola needs to be here on this list. He's got 4 major event wins, all a part of what I would consider to be a top 3 team in Halo 5. While he may not seem as flashy as he was in past Halos, he absolutely still knows how to win. It's crazy just the sort of bar that he's set for himself.
Or such once they had control of both snipes, though. I feel like they're being a bit more wise with the power weapons. Oh! Fights, Pistola's just dominating.
He's an integral part of any team he joins. He thoroughly understands the game. He's been on top for years and years and years now. I think it's probably been a decade at this point. He's just another example that the vets still got it and will continue to go with it.
Teammates already cleaning up the kills. Here goes Mikwen!
Oh my God.
I absolutely loved watching Mikwen in this game. Earlier in the Reach days, he was always known for his insane shot and aggression, yet the decision making and execution wasn't always quite there. I feel in Halo 5, everything was super refined, and we got to see the absolute peak of Mikwen as a player.
Comes the run. This could be the final one. You're hearing the crowd in the background. Mikwen with a double kill. Make that a triple kill. Mikwen could be another over here. I think he's pretty much done it. And he gets it. Overkill. Extermination.
I still will never forget the absolute domination he laid out in HWC 2017 and even HWC 2018. It really was a privilege just to watch what he did as a player in Halo 5. I think it's fascinating looking back on a top player to see how relevant they were as a player in their earlier years. Look back at Eco's track record and you'll see nothing but an incline to the very top. But even back then in 2016 and 2017, Eco was still that amazing player he was on Splice. It's just that through time he finally found the perfect pieces to surround himself with.
Only up by 3 kills here as well. Are you serious? Taking down Sane. Quickly turning around, gets the double kill on Bubudubu.
I never got a chance to voice this back then, but to this day, I think that Team Liquid roster from 2016 was one of the best Halo 5 teams we've ever seen. And I think that Eco's leadership role was a big reason for it. Even in 2017, Eco was part of an incredibly strong team that contended for first consistently. Incredibly underrated as a player. Even I might be underrating him on this list. But even still, without a doubt, deserves to be in the top 10 for all time Halo 5. This was a tough one to rank, but I think it's exactly where he should be. Hook was that star player on Envious. He was the Shotzzy of Splice, the Frosty of CLG. Once he got on a roll, there was absolutely no stopping him.
I don't know how Hook got over there. Where did this man come from? He just clutched it. That was in my opinion, guaranteed.
He would single-handedly lead his team to their very first win in 2016 and also displayed an individual skill that we had not seen outside of Optic at the time. Ask anyone in early 2016 who the top 5 players were at the time, they would say all 4 of Optic and Hook. I think it's just a shame that Hook didn't go on to compete in 2018, but in a list like this, I think it's what holds him back the most. Even still, the impact that he had in the first 2 years of Halo 5 lands him at number 9 for me, and he really can only be argued for higher. Stellar is the definition of the greatest underdog story. I think many were aware of the skill that Stellar had in 2016, but I feel like every time we got an opportunity to see his gameplay, that bar just kept getting raised higher, higher, and higher. It got to a point where you truly wondered how good this guy actually was.
It makes me think that Team Liquid, is just trying to rotate around towards the snipe side, and that's exactly what they did.
Oh, and Stellar hits the no-scope to make it a double on top. That's a triple kill.
Absolutely incomprehensible, some of the plays he made. And like I said in my previous top 10 video, at a point had the greatest shot in the game hands down. Just like every member in Splice, Stellar has been riding a wave of success for quite a while, and it's just so interesting to see where he's going to end up. Snip3down versus Lethal. That's the story that everyone remembers and is what probably will be remembered from the era of Halo 5. It was early on, but his win against CLG at X Games with the prior trash talk was absolutely legendary. And it really seemed that EG at the time would go on to display its dominance through Halo 5. When things started to falter though, Snip3down didn't let that stop him. He split off, found his own roster in Team Envious, and went on to steal 2 events from Optic. Like I said in the past, I think Snip3down has the biggest playmaking material of any player, possibly all time.
Mistakes actually happen. Oh, McQuinn needs to get these kills. McQuinn and Snip3down need to work together to get these kills here. They haven't capped it just yet. Oh my gosh! Eric Rona! Need to get this kill as well. Overkill! What a time to do it! He steps up, hits the perfect 4 dead.
He's just a master at getting behind the enemy team and just really controlling power weapons. He really lives up to his name, especially in this game. He's a game changer, great leader, one of the best in Halo 5. Renegade is nuts, actually inhuman. His start was a little slow through Halo 5, but the talent was there, you could see it. He just needed to be molded, some guidance, and once he found his stride, he was easily one of the best talents we have ever seen in the game.
That flag recovery, I think some amateur players in certain cases just think, I have to get that flag back as soon as possible. No, most importantly, get the kills. You get the kills first. That flag recovery's coming with it.
Christmas! Oh my goodness gracious, I cannot even believe it. Renegade, you need to stop. I gotta take a shower. It was so dirty.
This kid is a freak, following up with a perfect kill over at Blue Cave, but I'm somewhat concerned. His team hasn't gotten over to pull this flag yet.
You could literally see his growth through 2017, growing into the monster player that he is today. Astronomical plays. Him and Shotzzy really formed that integral duo of Splyce that completely took over in 2018. And again, this is at a time when competition was at an all-time high. He talks trash and knows how to back it up. Definitely keep an eye out for him in the future. With Shotzzy gone, it's sort of Renegade's turn to step into the spotlight. So let's see where he goes with it. I think Lethal gets a lot of flack, and even myself included have heavily underrated him in the past. But someone shone some light to me recently explaining how hard it is to truly win an event. Getting second place, very hard. But winning consistently, one event after another, that's where you have something special.
You've got Buck controlling the spawn over here, but they spawned over on the pink side of the map. They did not block the pink spawn right there. I would have loved to see the run. I would have loved. Lethal picking up the triple, and the overkill from Lethal, going in strong, getting the flag return on top of the overkill. Huge play.
It's absolutely inexcusable to not have Lethal in a top 5, even given just his accolades. And even though it may seem like his other 3 teammates outshine him, he has a quality that the other 3 really fail to have, and that is that Lethal is the savior. Not to lean into the meme, but time and time again, he will save his team in the most dire of situations that could literally lose them the game or series. Snipedown may have gotten the first laugh, but who got the last? Before starting, I think we're approaching an undisputed top 4 here. Shift the ranks how you feel, but based on what I've seen and I've heard other players say, I believe this is where Snakebite belongs. Snakebite is the jack of all trades player. He can do anything that is needed on the map, and he will do it better than pretty much anyone out there.
Onto these Mentality Esports guys. Fantastic shots coming in from Snakebite as well. Should get another easy double here. Last player's on the pyramid, sorry. Smartly backs down though, doesn't give that away, but now
He's probably the smartest player in the game, one of the most calculated leaders, and has one of the best shots and playmaking abilities. There really is no downsides here. Snakebite is a near perfect player. Royal 2 has the greatest sniper in Halo 5. You can maybe make some arguments for 2018, but for the first 2 years, he was absolutely unchallenged. Undisputed best sniper, perhaps best slayer in general.
Optic gave it the green. Sweet Jesus, mother of God, Respectful just lost his face.
Oh,
no, serious?
No. Stop him.
Dead.
Somebody stop this man.
This is absolutely incredible. Does whip 2, but the damage is already done.
No!
Are you serious?
What is going on right now? Royal 2 is not...
Even by the end of Halo 5, the skill level of plays he made in the earlier iterations of the game were unmatched. Even when the pace of the game sped up, just when you think he's slowing down,
finish this one off. Yes, he can. In the meantime, Snakebite's putting a flag in.
He doesn't have the most insane movement in the world, which I think kind of holds him back, but his other attributes more than makes up for that. It's like he has an aimbot. Absolutely incredible. Before I reveal who I have for my number 1 and 2, I just want to throw out one honorable mention, that being an APG. I feel like it's the same story every time he's mentioned, but he truly is an underrated player and is an incredible asset to any team he joins. Now, revealing my number 2 pick. Shotzzy single-handedly changed the entire meta of the game, and that's no generalization. He literally had other players adapt just to keep up with him, and when the entire player base is doing that for just one player, you know you have something one of a kind.
Comes in.
Oh my gosh, what a reset from Splyce.
Oh, nice Shotzzy!
Right, one player at least on the respawn. Finds Mikwen sliding into ring. Gonna hit another shot here onto the player behind him. The triple kill here for Shotzzy. He's looking for the respawners!
Compared to Frosty, he may not seem as flashy, but I think that's a consequence from just the way his team played. While his time in Halo 5 is what ultimately hurts him of being crowned the overall king, I will say at his peak, I do think that Shotzzy was the best player in the game that we've ever seen. Just from the way he moved, the precise plays he made, everything was calculated. He understood the game like really no one else. The only player that really contends is who I have at number 1. Not to pour other accolades, but the kid already won a world championship alongside Hook, switching over to Call of Duty. That's just proof of the talent that's within him, and I'm just so fascinated to see his track record 10 years from now. Absolutely no surprise. Frosty deserves every bit of praise he gets and more. He's been on top since the very inception of Halo 5.
Frosty, and he's going to hit a nice headshot here on Spartan, and gets the double.
No
the triple
way.
from Frosty. Mighty overkill. Control of the rocket launcher, but has used both of the...
There was no contest. Every player didn't stand a chance against him. He would literally toy around with them while they were trying their hardest. That's how big the gap was. The most insane plays of Halo 5 have come from this guy. The reputation alone he earned for himself speaks for himself, as he, without a doubt, is the king of Halo 5. I would like to thank you all for watching. Again, this list was no joke to make. I'm very curious to hear your thoughts down below. There's a lot coming for the future of this channel leading into Infinite, so please stay tuned.